So this morning in Florida, I got chill bumps outside while I was walking across the yard because it was very cool out. Believe it or not, I'm getting cold outside. So this is unheard of in Florida. And back in 2023, I was saying that the sun is not where it should be. The sun stopped in Virgo for a week. Something happened, okay? And people don't understand this because they're like, well, the sun can't stop. That means the earth stops if this relative position of the sun stops, right? Well, no, that's because you believe the heliocentric model. But if you understood the primer field in which we live in, you would know that the sun is actually moving. And see, astrologists say, it's just sidereal. That's why the sun was in Virgo when it should have been in Leo. And I'm saying no, everything is sidereal in the heliocentric model because it's all perspective. Obviously, how can an astrologer tell you that you're going to be influenced by the sun in Leo when the sun is not in Leo? It's just our perspective, right? It's the earth going around the sun, so the sun isn't in Leo in that model. But in the geocentric model, what we're calling the geocentric model, which is the atom, the primer field, the sun is moving because it is an illuminary. It's like a portal. It's not a gas ball, okay? And it goes through all of the signs because the sky is also moving, and it seems to be in retrograde because it's moving not as fast as the sky is spinning. But now it seems to have sped up so that it's remaining in the same zodiac sign longer, which is why it is now out of sync. All you can assume logically is that the sun has sped up, which means the inner sun has sped up because it's the spinning of the inner sun that projects the light out into the plasma dome, the torus field, like a prism. And we see these lights in our sky that appear to be different because of their relative mediums that they're in. They're different frequencies, so we see them differently. But if the sun has sped up, that would account for why we're experiencing cooler weather in August. And why the sun actually, if you look at your app, is saying that it's just barely entering August right now. Here we are at the end of August, and the sun is just barely entering Leo, according to the apps. You don't have to believe anything I'm saying, but if you're interested, you can do the research for yourself and see how two models can explain the same phenomenon, but only one of them is correct, completely correct. And one of them applies to your reality, where the other one does not. See, anybody can come up with a theory and use math to support that theory. That doesn't mean it's correct. It just means it has the math to support it. Everybody thinks that if something has math that's correct, it means it's the truth. No, it does not. I can give you the math to show you how a rocket works and what it would take to get to the moon, the trajectory and all that, and how to build the rocket and all that. It doesn't mean that I built a rocket and I flew it to the moon. Not only that, but the heliocentric model is a theory, and even Copernicus said that. He's like, it's just a theory. It's never been proven. The Michelson-Morley experiment proves the Earth is stationary. The failed Aries experiment, which he failed to prove that the Earth was spinning, that proved the Earth is stationary and the sky is spinning. How do they get away with just ignoring this? They ignore it. You'll be surprised to find out that if authority figures just ignore something, everybody else does too. Ignoring the truth can be just as powerful of an indoctrination tactic as telling a lie. But regardless of that, whether you believe in the flat earth theory or not, I don't care. It's up to you. But if you're interested in researching it so that you're actually educated about it and you know what you're talking about, because that's important. If you're going to argue against something, you should actually know what you're talking about. I would suggest you look at the videos on my page and research on other people's pages that talk about it. I have a category called Flat Earth. I have favorites where you can go through all of the Flat Earth videos for yourself and learn all of these things that people say, oh, that's not possible, that's not. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Star trails are explained. Southern star trails are explained. Perspective is the key. You must understand perspective. You must understand higher dimensional concepts. The primer field is the fleur-de-lis. It is the Vesica Pisces. It is the Taurus field, the back of the tortoise, that the ancients talk about. We're at the bottom of the Taurus field. Matter coalesces at the bottom of the Taurus field. So the world is a sphere, yes. The world above us is a sphere, the atmosphere. But we walk on the plane at the bottom. We're on the flat plane because water has to be contained. That's science. Water has to be contained and has a flat surface for thousands of miles. We're also going to experience the end of the solar maximum, which is going on right now. And it takes them about 7 months after it ends before they can say that was it.